Dia de Muertos, Happy Day of the Dead. I will be honoring here my Uncle Andy, which actually isn't my uncle, he's my godfather, but I always used to call him my uncle. You can see a picture of him on the top level, and I was about probably 2 years old in this picture. And so I will be going through my altar, otherwise known as ofrenda, and I will be going through each level of it and explaining each thing I put on it. Each level represents the sky, the earth, and the underworld. On the first level here, you can see the candle that I put, and the candles symbolize Jesus Christ's rebirth and his faith, and they also welcome the spirits back to the altar. The skull, or kalacas, is used to celebrate the Day of the Dead and represent the deceased. I have put the kalacas on each level, as you can see, and they come in different sizes. They can go from really big to really small. The marigolds I have put here, the marigolds, they represent the dead. For the Day of the Dead, they represent the dead. And the candles that I have on each level also represent and symbolize the welcoming of the spirits. The traditional Day of the Dead bread is used and symbolizes the souls of the departed. This is a traditional bread eaten on the Day of the Dead. The chocolate is so that the dead can eat and enjoy of it on their long journey. The incense that is burned on this holiday is used to elevate prayers to God and also guide the spirits. On the third level, I have soap, which is so the dead can freshen up after their long journey. Water is also used for that exact same reason, as well as the cloth. The salt that I have here is and represents the continuance of life. The water quenches thirsts on their long journey and purifies and cleanses them as well. The candles, as I have on each level, are burned and symbolize Jesus Christ's rebirth and welcome spirits back to the altar. The kalacas, or the sugar skulls, are just a traditional thing that many people put on their altars and are used for decoration and aren't really eaten. They just use it for decoration mostly. The cross that I have here is because Andy, my godfather, was a Christian, and here's a picture of him, of me when I was 2 years old. The marigolds are the traditional flower that represent the dead. I'll be talking to you about the things that are specific to my Uncle Andy. The first here thing is a cologne. He always liked to smell good. The second thing would be the car that he financed. He was in the car financing business, and he worked with cars all day long. He also loved to chew gum and have fresh breath, and he loved Monster drinks. Those were his favorite. He always dressed really nice and wore polo a lot. Also right here is his beef jerky that we always used to get for him. As we traveled to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where he lived, and we always used to get beef jerky for him when we would go down there for the weekend.
Hi, I'm Valerie. I'm Makayla's mother, and I helped her buy all the things that she needed to do the altar for the Day of the Dead. We were not familiar with this before she started this project, so it was actually very interesting, and I learned a lot as well. I actually really appreciated her getting to do this because we got to remember a lot of the things about her and Andy, and about how the 5 or 6 things she wanted to pick out, and it was just a good opportunity for us to remember the things about him. One thing that was really, really great that she didn't share in her part of the video is that she was really, really shy as a baby. She didn't want to go to anybody. She was never would go away from very close to me. And Andy was the only person that could get her to playing and to laughing, and actually have me and Chrissy, his wife, go have dinner or something. So she was happy to play with Andy, and we really missed him. So while this isn't really something we would traditionally do, this was nice for us to actually put together and say that how much that we do miss Andy and kind of.
I'm really glad that I could show you this Day of the Dead altar, and I really hope my Uncle Andy is looking down from heaven and appreciates what I did for him.